All right, clap it up. All right, Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Thumb to the brothers, and Yahweh Shemar Thumb by Shem Yahshua to the sisters. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, since 1969, under the Commanding General Yohana. And we are here to edify the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American man, woman, and child, and teach them about their heritage, bring them back to their heritage and who they truly are. And that's the lost sheep of the house of Israel, God's chosen people, the so-called Black, Latinos, and Natives. Right. That's who we are as a people. And we have been taken far from the borders of Israel, where we're originally from, and scattered amongst all the heathens. These heathens are, the other nations. And God has a chosen people, which is Israel, like I said. But tonight is the Thursday night scripture breakdown class. We're gonna be breaking down some scriptures, getting into it. Let's see. I think we're gonna go in Matthews. Can I get a reader? Also, hey, Salakia, can you raise that up a little bit for me? Bear with me, Israel. Let me get this stuff situated. That's right. The what? Could I get a reader bubble, sir? Let's see. Let me get since we're gonna talk about Christ tonight, right? Well, right now, until Ottoman Kasar comes up and do his thing, do the true scripture breakdown, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm only a 50, I'm still learning, but we're gonna go ahead and talk about Christ, man, because you know how the world, especially the Christian church and Catholic church, they say Christ died for everybody, which is far from the truth. You know what I'm saying? He came for specific people, and that's so-called Black, Latino, and Native American. That's who he died for, and we're going to get that in the Bible right here. You know what I'm saying? Let me get Matthew 1:21.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 1 and verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sins.
See, and that's the thing. This is the angel coming to Joseph, telling Joseph that Mary, his wife, they're gonna have a child, and his name's gonna be Jesus, but it's Yahushua in the Hebrew, ancient Hebrew, but the world ignorantly calls him Jesus. That's his name in the Greek, which means save. He's gonna be our savior. He's coming to redeem his people, and his is it's possessive. You know what I'm saying? Meaning what? They belong to him. His people, they belong to Yahushua, because they were given to Yahushua by who? Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? The Most High. That's his name in Hebrew, Yahweh. Go ahead and read it from the top. It's lovely.
And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sins.
And see, and we are the only people in this earth that needs to be saved. Bottom line, because we have been oppressed, we have been taken away from our heritage of knowing ourselves, who we are, and it's been done intentionally, by the oppressor, the white man, the devil, the white man, that the deceiver that the Bible speaks of. That's who the white man is. He's the greatest deceiver that's ever walked the earth, and he took us far from our borders, like I said, and scattered us amongst all the other nations. And they have made, money off of us. I brought it up the other day, Tuesday. They make billions of dollars off of hair products, black hair products, billions. Koreans do. Billions of dollars. crazy. And this is how you know we are the people being cursed to this day, as it states in Deuteronomy 28, right? But you know, you got, you know, what they say, so God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son. We all know that. How do we all know that? From Christianity, right? You know what I'm saying? John 3:16, right? That's what they say. When they say world, they think we talking about everybody. No, that world is a context when it comes to that word world. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna get that tonight. You know, so let's go to John 3:16, because that's where they go, right? And they try to make it seem like God died, you know, sent his son to die for East Indians, Arabs, Hamites, which is Africans, you know, Nigerians, Ethiopians, so on and so forth, so-called white people. You know what I'm saying? He did not come to die for them. Christ came to die for his people, and we got to find out who his people are. You know? So let's go to John 3:16, because they don't understand what this word world means. World is a ambiguous word, you know, meaning it has more than one meaning. You know what I'm saying? So you got that for me?
The book of John, chapter 3 and verse 16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
And boom. And that's what they do. They just drop it right there. See, he loves the world. You know, and they run with it. You know, but it says in Isaiah 28 and 10, you know, precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. We got to go here, we got to go there to put this puzzle, to put this together. You know what I'm saying? This book together. You know, for it to have understanding. And the Christian church and the Catholic church, they don't have understanding, because all they do is teach you indoctrination. You know what I'm saying? Which is just fundamental, you know, basic stuff. You know, and the reason why is because they don't have the truth. That's why they don't have this truth. You know, they never had the truth. You know what I'm saying? But let's go to let's get that word world out of the way real quick, man. Let's break that down. Let's go to John 17 and 9. John 17 and 9. Let's go ahead and get some more understanding on this. Because like I said, they're going to think world means everyone. We're going to get some understanding on that. John 17 and 9.
This is the book of John, chapter 17 and verse 9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are God.
Lord. So you said, I pray for them. I pray not for the world. And you know, this is written in what? Red, right? Indicating that this is Christ saying that. He said, I pray for thee. I pray not for the world. But we just read in John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. Who's his only begotten son? Christ, right? But Christ just said out of his own mouth, I pray for them. I pray not for the world. So now we got to figure out what world is he talking about? And who is the them? Anybody know who the them is? I pray for them. Because we just found out in Matthew 1:21 that he came to save his people. Like I said, his is a possessive pronoun. You know what I'm saying? So we got to figure out who his people are. Who is it that he's praying for? He's not praying for the world. He's praying for a specific people. Now, we got to get that understanding, right? Let's go to, let's see. Let's go to Isaiah 45:17. Slack. You already jumped the gun. You know exactly what. That's why we one accord. We on one accord. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line. We are on one accord. You know? But yeah, let's get to because I was thinking of something else too. But you got it. Yeah. Isaiah 45:17.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 45 and verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
Slakia. So what's the subject? Israel. Israel shall be saved. Continue.
Ye shall not be ashamed, nor confounded. World without end.
World without end. Like I said, world is an ambiguous term, a word. You know, you got the sports world, you got the underground world, you got the animal world, so on and so forth. It is telling you right here that Israel is that world. Bottom line. And are we not ashamed? We are ashamed people. We are confounded. We are lost and ashamed. You know what I'm saying? You see us, especially when you go amongst, well, not me, but other people, you know what I'm saying? When they go amongst white folks, and it's majority of white people, you know, you could tell they all timid and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So-called black, you know what I'm saying? Latino, what have you, you know, got their head down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They're ashamed of who they are because we have been destroyed. And who destroyed us? The so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speak of. That's who destroyed us. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta come back together as a people, you know, and like scripture says, Zephaniah 2:1, gather yourself together, O nation not desire. And that's what we got to do. And that's what the Israelite Universal School Practical Knowledge is doing, trying to gather our people together at the four corners of these earth, you know what I'm saying? So we can strengthen our people, give their identity back. This is what we're doing, you know, but yet we are labeled as a hate group. You know, we have labeled as a hate group, right? Crazy. But let's go to because like I said, precept upon precept. Let's go get that. You know, Isaiah 28 and 10. Isaiah 28 and 10. That's what it is. Precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little.
And so a precept is what? A commandment, a law. It's directions. You know what I'm saying? It tells you, it guides you on what you're supposed to do. That's what these scriptures are here for. You know what I'm saying? These scriptures are our blueprint to wake our people up. But we got away from this. You know, we wanted to be like the other nations. And that's why we got put in captivity. You know, we went to captivity with Egypt, the Assyrians, Moabites, here, you know, Roman, you know what I'm saying? Here, now we in captivity again. And this is our last captivity. Ain't nobody else coming. You know what I'm saying? To take over this. You know who's coming? Yahushua Mashiach, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. He's coming. And it's going to be a new world. And it's going to be a just world. And it's going to be our world. You know what I'm saying? And if nobody don't want to get, all the other nations, all the heathens don't want to get with this program, that's it. That's it. Let's get it. Matthew 10:34. Let's get it. That's what's going to happen. Because it's going to be a just system. You know, we ain't going to be, you know, trying to get over on anyone, you know, like they do out here. You know what I'm saying? Look, I mean, we get paid, you know, first you got minimum wage. I mean, you know, you can't even live off a minimum wage here, man. You know, we should be able to, there should be a spot. I mean, there is. I mean, you have to go to government assistance and stuff like that. No, we should be able to go out there and get a job and get paid what, you know, their minimum wage and be able to buy, you know, get a roof over our heads. You got people working not above minimum wage, living in their cars right now. That's because the white man's their oppressor. They've done it before they even came over here to their own kind. Did they not? Oh, look at that pagan. That pagan, that, you know, they had a nurse call their own people pagan and heathens and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They're kings, you know, living in their mansions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? This is what they do. Look, didn't they not run up on us when we were doing the food and clothing drive? Talking about, yeah, you guys go ahead. You know, I like what you're doing. They say shit like that. It's a lot. I like what you're doing. If you like what you're doing, then you shouldn't be talking to us right now. Let us do our job. And that's to feed these people because the government don't want to do it. Right? You know what I'm saying? But they say, because this is their system. This is what they do. They came over here, so we're not their people. So of course they're gonna do it to us. They're gonna throw our babies in cages, unalive our babies, shoot them in the back, in the streets. This is what they've been doing to us. You got that from me?
The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword.
And who's saying that?
Right.
Christ is saying that out of his own mouth. And what did the Christian church teach us? Love, 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 love. They made Christ a little girl. That's what the Christian church did. That's what they did because why? All them little girls. There ain't no men up in there. Ain't no men up in there. Those are straight little girls right there, man. That's why they speak all soft. You got a big old man like T.D. Jakes speaking all soft. Like, and then because we all grew up in a Christian church or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do have them pastors that, and then they'll turn it down and go back to soft speaking. You know what I'm saying? Those are wolves in sheep clothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what they are. Soothsayers. That's what they do. That's why you talk to, don't you talk to a female? Hey, what's up, baby? Soothsayers. That's how they talk to their congregation. That's what they do. Because they, Satan, he's a serpent, right? You know what I'm saying? That spirit is a serpent. That's what old boy, the serpent did to Eve in her ear. Okay, we'll go ahead and eat that right there. You can eat off that tree. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? They get you with guile, and this is what they did to us, man, to destroy us. But let's get some more understanding on that. And see, a lot of people out there, especially Christians, they say, man, why can't, Christ be for everybody? Because the Most High dealt with a certain individual back in the day before he flooded this place. Let's get that. Genesis 6. There was a time when, the children of Israel wasn't here yet. But man became evil. So he said, you know what? I'm just going to deal with one people. And that's what he did. He has every right to do that. Bottom line. Let them have their little Buddhas. Let them have their Shivas and all that. They're fake gods and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't love the Most High anyways. How do you know that? Look at how they treat the Most High's people. Because they know who we are. The elite, they know who we are. You know what I'm saying? You got that? Let me see. Let me get that. Let's go to Genesis 6 and 5.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 6 and verse 5. And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
You see that? Every imagination, anything that they wanted to do. The imagination today, we got cameras, right? All over the place. We got cameras. Some of it's for good, they use it, but the majority of it, they use it for wickedness. This is what they do. They use it for wickedness. You have one police department, I forgot where it was, but they were right across the street from the school. You know where that camera was aimed at? At the swimming pool, watching girls swim. I forgot where it was. I forgot. This is years ago, though. You know what I'm saying? But this is what they were using their cameras for. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, some of this stuff, the cameras, whatever, the technology, some of it's for good, just like this. It's a two-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? Look at how the word's getting spread out. You know what I'm saying? Through this YouTube. But you also got, it's for a distraction as well. We got a lot of distractions out there, whether it's TikTok, Facebook, or all that stuff. It's distraction, but it's a two-edged sword. You could come and get this truth too. This is how I got this truth, through YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Computer. You know, but the Most High, man, he does. You know, he work wonders, man. You know what I'm saying? Like with this, I mean, I wasn't into the computers like that. You know, I just wasn't. I didn't care about the stuff. I didn't even know what YouTube was for the longest time. You know what I'm saying? Until, you know, my cousin, he told me about Farrakhan being on Comcast. This is when we had Comcast back then. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, he said, hey, you watch Farrakhan? I was like, yeah, I'm a Christian. I'm a big time Christian. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a Christian, you know, Christian, you know, still smoke weed Christian. You know what I'm saying? Still doing stupid shit Christian, you know, like Christians do, because that's all they do is sin anyway. You know what I'm saying? They don't follow the law, statutes, and the commandments. I was that type of Christian. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, hey, man, Grandma said we can't watch Farrakhan. He thought a white man a devil. that's where my mind was. So I was like, all right, man, let me go there. You know what I'm saying? Let me go watch this stuff. So he was like, you know, I typed it in and stuff. And I'm watching the video, and he said, man, first of all, he's saying, you know, all the things he was saying. I was like, damn, I think the same way this nigga think. Like, you know, like you know, of course, I know that the white man is a B, you know what I'm saying, what have you, but I don't know nothing about the devil and shit. I don't know the breakdown. No, it's a deceiver, what have you, you know. But I know everything he's saying. I'm on point with him about this world, you know what I'm saying, about the white man. And, you know, just to let you guys know, Farrakhan's a white man as well. His daddy, you know, is white. You know, just a lot of people don't know that. Just like Prince, he's a white guy. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Just like Lenny Kravitz, you know, Bob Marley, you know, like a lot of people don't know that. Like, you know, they just got melanin, you know, what have you. But so, you know, Farrakhan said, he said, we the children of Israel. Man, I'll type that in real quick. You know, so I'll type that in real quick, man. And, you know, I typed it in, and the first people that came up was GOCC. So you know they working for the man. You know what I'm saying? But with that, I'm gonna pass the class to I'm about to call you General. Damn. Officer 5000 Kasar Pakad. You know what I'm saying?
Get an unlawful rank raise today. You know what I'm saying? Fine Christ. How y'all doing? Everybody Tawab? All right, man. Get that brother a hand, man. That's in the yacht, man. Bringing it out heavy. Talking about the dangers of Christianity and what it's done to so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? If you were to go, let me see if I can get this right here. You go to the Christian church, who is the enemy in the Christian church? The average black Christian church. Who if you went there and they were to tell you, from your understanding, who are the bad people in the earth? Who is, go ahead. Matter of fact, let me hear the young man first. No, who would they say is the bad? Who would the preacher be saying is the evil in the earth? I need to find that church. You know what I'm saying? They might not be too far gone. Go ahead, up. Whose children specifically? Right, give them a hand. You know what I'm saying? If you go into the Christian church, the people that are doing all the evil in the world are black and brown people. You understand? It's the gang member. It's the no good husband who don't have a job, who don't work, who's not equally yoked with you, sister. You need to find a hardworking man, and if he ain't a man of God, then go ahead and leave him, sister. That's what they teach you in the Christian church. If you went to the Christian church, if they blatantly didn't tell you, you would think the devil the Bible speaks of is a black and Hispanic man. You understand? So that's why we have to unravel the things that are taught in the Christian church here in the ISUPK and the Command General Yohana, because what does it say? Give me John chapter 8, verse 32 real quick. We've heard this precept all the time growing up. Salaki, we're gonna figure this thing out. Maybe I'll just bring it a little bit closer to me. Go ahead.
Book of John, chapter 8, verse 32.
Uh-huh.
Ye shall know the truth.
You shall what?
Ye shall know the truth.
Uh-huh.
And the truth shall make you free.
Right. The truth shall make you free. Doesn't say the truth is gonna make you feel good. It says the truth is gonna make you free. That's what we have to teach here. The truth to our people. Because we have been taught nothing but lies by society, lies by the Christian church. You understand? And now, if you went and look in this Bible, the church, the evil of the world is you. You're the problem. You're what's wrong with Oakland. Young niggas, YNs. YNs is why the world is destroyed. Not the YM, or well, I'll say the WM, the white man. It ain't the white man at Wall Street who's making billions of dollars stealing money all goddamn day. It ain't Bill Gates. It ain't Elon Musk that made $1 trillion. There's not what's wrong with the world. It's a young nigga in East Oakland. It's insanity. You know what I'm saying? So the truth is going to make you free. If you went and listened to Yahweh Shai Mashiach, whom the world only calls as Jesus Christ, his biggest fight and his biggest enemy and his biggest ops were who? Go ahead, New York. Okay, yeah, I can't give him a hand for that one. That's the answer too. Okay, who was the next biggest op? Go ahead. The Pharisees, the Sadducees, the religious leader. That's who Christ was saying what was wrong with his people. Give me Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 1, Baba Gashah. And then we're going to go answer a couple questions and keep it going. Maybe give everybody one more second. Check with them in the yacht and see if the brothers got it.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Woe be unto the past.
Woe. What does the word woe mean? It means destruction. The Bible says destruction is coming to who?
Past
Uh-huh.
that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
Right. If you look up how much money the black church has raised since the 80s, anybody want to take a guess how much they've raised? Go ahead. Anybody? Couple billion? Throw out a number. You said 3 billion? 3, okay. Okay. I'm sure he throwing it up there, man. I feel you. Somebody look it up. Somebody look it up on Google. I would ask Alexa, but she, you know, Alexa be out of pocket out here. How much has the black Christian church raised since the 80s? Read it again, the verse, while we get that.
Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 1. Woe be unto the past
Right.
that destroy
Uh-huh.
and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
Right. They scatter the sheep. You hear this a lot in the world too, especially coming from young white people or conspiracy white people that listen to Alex Jones. It's the Bilderbergers. It's the y'all too young to know Alex Jones. Yeah, you got the answer. I see the reaction. Hold on. The conspiracy white people, they love to say that you are sheeple. Y'all heard that word before? Don't be sheeple. They like to describe human beings that follow as sheeple. But guess what? Human beings are made to be followers. That's the definition of what makes us human. You have a small child and a baby, what do when you go from one room to the next? They follow you. If they don't, they're going to get lost and they're going to die, right? So it's natural for us to follow a leader. And how do we know that society knows this and highly intelligent people know this? Because they pay LeBron James $1 billion contract to wear their Nike shoes. Because they know a little kid is going to what? Follow LeBron James. If they see you in a music video and you just have a cup and you just sip on it, people are going to buy it. You understand? Because humans are made to follow. So if you have bad leadership, you're going to have bad people. And if you keep blaming the people for their problems instead of the leadership, then you have things mixed upside down. So don't say that you are sheeple for following. That's how we're supposed to be. There's nothing wrong with being a follower. There's something wrong with following bad leadership. It's something wrong with choosing bad leaders, and that's what the Christian church develops. Because Christ says if you have good leadership, you'll change the results of the people you get. All right. Now, what's the answer? What's the result?
Historically, Black Christian churches in the United States have collected estimated 420 billion
Mm-hmm.
or 500 billion in total tithes and donations since the 1980s.
Good night. Wait.
On average,
Mm-hmm.
Black churches raise estimated 11.5 billion a year.
Good night. All right. When did that come out?
That was like the
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. When did it come out, that article? Because, okay, 10 years ago. So you got to add another 10, $12 billion for 10 years. Then it raised another 100 billion since then. And that's the Black Christian church. We're not talking about the Roman Catholic Church, you understand, which is heavily promoted or supported by Latinos. You understand? We're not talking about the Native Americans that give money to the Christian church. So this is a big business. Then the Muslim mosques, how many Black Muslims are out there supporting them as well? So we start to see how powerful religion is. They had a saying back in the days, I think in the Communist Party, they call it the religion is the opium of the masses. In the UPK, we say that I would rather smoke crack than be a Christian. I would rather be on fentanyl than be a Christian because it's so powerful for them to take all of this money from them people and give them nothing. You go down in East Oakland, you go every block, it's a liquor store and a Christian church, and then a funeral home, and then another liquor store, and then a Christian church and a funeral home, and now probably a weed shop or something. You know what I mean? So one more time, read Jeremiah 23:1. You got something else out? Because I see reports that say it was 800 billion. Yeah. The U.S. Catholic Church, so they doing numbers like Larry June. In 8 years, they didn't outdone the whole Black church. You understand? So why is Oakland destroyed if they have all this goddamn money? Where is it going? We know where it's going. To prostitutes, drug use, PDF trips. That's what these pastors are doing with the money. These are very evil people, and Christ knew it. Isaiah knew it. Jeremiah knew it. Why don't you know it? Because no one out there is speaking the truth and telling you, waking you up out this spell. All right? Go ahead, read it again. Uh-huh. Right? Right?
Whoa, he unto the path
Uh-huh.
that destroyed, scattered the sheep of my house.
Yeah, who can destroy people more than people that come in the name of God? Grandma is giving everything she has because she believes this is a man of God. My grandmother used to say, you'll watch a TV show and it'll be somebody in there that'll be making fun of a pastor. She'll, oh, don't play with God. Don't make fun of a man of the Lord. Now we realize that God that he is making fun of is the joke. He's the one that's mocking God. All right. But any questions before we go? Any questions in the room? Any questions online? Let me check here real quick. You got something to Yak? I mean, I'm looking at the Yak, but I'm talking about Izar. He looked like he was about to have something. Go ahead. Uh-huh. Okay. It's a general breakdown or any specific question? Okay, no sweat.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 32.
Uh-huh.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
One more time.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another.
Right. So these are some of the curses that will come upon the children of Israel. How you would know who they are. And one of these curses is that thy sons and thy daughters will be given unto another people. Keep going.
And thy eyes shall look and fall with longing for them all the day long.
Right. If anyone's seen that movie, 12 Years a Slave, anybody seen that movie? In that movie, they had the sister that was crying over a child that got taken away. And she kept crying every day. And eventually the brother, he told her to shut up. Why you keep crying? It's like nothing we can do about it. And she like, nah, man, I love my kids. I'm not going to stop mourning them. That's how it would feel like the evil that happened to us. General Muhammad was breaking down earlier, like until our oppressor goes through the same things, it's hard for them to even understand what it's like to go through those things. And certain things, as we get further away from living in that form of captivity, we can become numb to it or forget to have empathy for someone that went through something like that. But all you have to do is just imagine your own child, imagine your own family. You understand? Somebody that you love and care being taken away, kidnapped and sold. You know what I mean? And it happened to everybody that you know. Like, that would feel like a horror movie. Am I right or am I wrong? If you went to one city, right? You go to a small town in Idaho. You ain't never been to Idaho. You ain't never been to Indiana. It's a little town of nigga. Where's Michael Jackson from? Gary? Ain't nobody been to Gary, Indiana. There's no reason to go there. Unless you got family over there. You have not been to Gary, Indiana. Imagine you pulled up and you drove, you like traveling through America, and you get off, you're like, man, I need to get some gas. We in Gary, Indiana. Let me see. Before we go visit Michael Jackson's house and move on and go to Chicago where we really want to go, let's go get some gas in Gary, Indiana. And you get off and you start talking to somebody and they be like, yeah, man, this lady, she over there crying. What's she crying about? Yeah, man, somebody kidnapped her kid and sold him. You're like, damn. And you go in the grocery store and get some snacks. And somebody else in there crying. You're like, what's wrong with this sister? Yeah, somebody kidnapped my son and they sold him for money. And you go over to the next house. After about 50 people doing that, you be like, where the hell am I at? I need to get the hell out of here. This is a scary movie that I'm in right now. Now, you imagine that, magnify that by millions of people, and you will realize the place that we live in and how sick and disgusting it is that you can do that to everyone. And then you wonder what's wrong with it. Like the fact that all of us are not smoking crack, the fact that all of us are not on fentanyl, and it's only a small percentage of us living like that, the fact that all of us are not in prison, they say there's something wrong with us gangbanging and killing each other. It should be a lot worse under the circumstances that we went through. You understand? So that verse right there is the precept to this happening to us. You understand? That we would be taken away from our parents, which is like the worst thing that could happen to a mother or a father, is for their kid to be taken. What is a parent going to say that love their kids before you take their kid? What are they going to say? Take me. Don't take my kid. Don't do nothing to them. Leave them here. Take me. You understand? That's pretty much the top of, you know what I mean? Outside of them dying, that's about the worst two things that can happen. It's almost better in a parent's mind for the kid to die. At least you know what condition they're in, as opposed to the stress of not knowing. Read that verse again.
Thy sons and thy daughters
Right.
be given
Uh-huh.
unto another people,
Right.
and thy eyes shall look and fail for longing
Right.
for them all the day long.
All the day long, man. So now what is the purpose of this in the eyes of the Lord? This is something that we often miss when we learn about the curses. What is the purpose of this? Aishiar? No sweat, no sweat. What is the purpose of this curse happening to us? Of us losing our, like one of the worst things that can happen to a human being. What is in the eyes of the Lord, why is this happening? No, someone taking your child away from you. And that's not happening to one person. That's not happening to two people. That's not happening to 100 people. It's happening to millions of people at a time. The Lord did that. In the eyes of the Lord, why did this happen? That's right. That's right. Go ahead. Correct, correct. That's a part of it. But why is he doing it to you? Go ahead, sis. Mm. Mm. That's all right. That's all correct. There's something else that we're missing. Go ahead. Right. That's kind of what the sister's saying. Right. Go ahead. I'll give you one more shot. Okay. Okay. Y'all close to it. Y'all close to it. Well, the purpose, why? Okay. Once again, let's do it like a parent to a child. Right? We say this is our Father, right? The Most High. Your son does something wrong, you punish him. Why? Sure, you got it. Okay. Well, what's the purpose of the punishment? One more. They can learn what? Bring it all the way home. Exactly. Give them a hand. Y'all see that? The wages of sin is death. When we disobey the Lord, it's such an evil thing for us and our people that the Lord took us through something so horrendous so that in 2026, when they kill Nolan Wells, when George Floyd gets a knee on his neck, when Philando Castile is just grabbing a lawful gun and they unalive him. What's the little boy? When Tamir Rice loses his life. When ICE agents killed that Latino brother a couple weeks ago, we're supposed to say, I'm tired of living like this and I want something different for me and my people. What do I need to do to get a different result? And that's following the law, statutes, and commandments. If that's what we need to do, I don't want to go through my children being taken away from me ever again. I don't want that to happen for anyone amongst my people. So I'm willing to give up smoking weed so that doesn't happen to us anymore. I'm willing to give up dealing with white women so that doesn't happen to us anymore. I'm willing to give up gangbanging, selling drugs, whatever it is that's unlawful, eating pork. Goddamn, man. Is pork worth this happening to your people? If you sincerely believe and understand that these curses came upon us because of those simple things, it's easy to change your life. Give me the precept for that one. It's easy to change your life and follow the laws of God if you start to understand these things. Come on, officers. Isaiah, you know where it's at. What I want. You can paraphrase it. Give them a hand. That's it right there. You understand? It might be what, 1 John 5:3? Go ahead and y'all pull that one real quick. We're going to get into tonight's topic. I know I ain't going to hold y'all too long tonight. But, man, it's a lot of stuff going on in the news. Man, the General covered a lot of things tonight. I'm trying to think of anything I'm missing that may be current events and stuff that's going on. You know. Go ahead.
This book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of Yahweh.
Right.
That we keep his commandments. And his commandments are not grievous.
Right. Once you start to understand, the Christian pastor's job is to make it seem like keeping the commandments is impossible. To make it seem like keeping the commandments is wrong. But if you love the Lord, keeping the commandments is possible. And guess what? It's not even grievous. After a while, it becomes second nature. Not eating pork, you grew up on your whole life, it seems impossible. After a couple of months, you're like, all right, I don't even want any pork, let alone it becomes disgusting to you. You smoking cigarettes, after a while, you didn't fought it off, the smell becomes disgusting to you. You smoking weed, after a minute, the smell becomes revolting to you. You understand? And every now and then, you know what I'm saying, demon may come back, talk to you. But as you keep fighting, the more and more it gets easier, and you realize it's not grievous to live righteous. It is grievous to get lung cancer from smoking cigarettes. It is grievous to go to prison for 5 years, 10 years, 25 years because you out in the streets doing this and doing that. I seen a Latino brother. He was like, man, brothers in the world say I'm willing to go to prison for my hood and for this and for that, but won't get up and work a 9 to 5. You understand? And I get it because I've been there. I get it. You like, man, the white man didn't have to work. Why should I have to go to work? You want to get it quickly. You want to get it fast. You have a sense of what? Entitlement. Because something in your spirit knows Deuteronomy 7:6. Bring that one out, Akim. Some of your spirit knows there's something wrong with the world. You shouldn't be poor. You shouldn't be working a 9 to 5. You shouldn't be slaving for the oppressor. Some of your spirit knows that you should be a nation of kings and priests. Go ahead. Uh-huh. We know in our spirit we are special people. The word holy means separate. Go ahead. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Right. Uh-huh. You are entitled to be rich. You are entitled to not have to work and suffer every goddamn day of your life, getting 2 jobs to pay rent. You have a birthright to be flossing, to be fly, to be drip, whatever hell else new word young niggas is calling themselves. I'm trim. You know what I'm saying? Nigga had to tell them, what the hell is that? Nigga, I'm trim. I'm dipped. I got, you know what I'm saying? Wealth and status. Women, the sisters, they love these purses and shoes and things. In our mind, is like, why would you spend thousands of dollars? That sister is right to want to live like that. She's not wrong to want to live like that. But how we gain those things is where we go wrong. The way we should gain it is through righteousness. It's not through evil, all right? So he said that we should be above all people on the face of the earth, all right? Let me go ahead. I sent you an article, Niyak. One of the biggest things that the oppressor has done to us to, how I'm going to say, to prevent us from fighting against him is making us hate ourselves. The reason why we go to war with each other is because we have internalized racism. This is the worst kind of racism. Imagine, you know what I'm saying, you go to work and your boss says something racist against you. It would be hell. You turn on the news, they say something blatantly racist. The police say something blatantly racist. Now imagine you see somebody that looks like you, and they're racist. And imagine if you go in the mirror and you're racist against yourself. That's a different type of hatred. And that's a different type of psychological damage that you have to go through. So we have been through that, man. And I'm going to say, the reason why I'm bringing this out is Captain Kazak Ahmad released a video. We played it earlier. Y'all heard of that, what's that called? The doll test. They did studies back in the 50s, I believe, and 60s, where they had a young black child look at a black doll and look at a white doll. And they said, which is the good doll? And all the black kids said the white doll. Which is the bad doll? And they all chose the black doll. And when they asked the white kids what was the good doll, they chose the white doll. Which is the bad doll? They chose the black doll. Which is the ugly doll? The black one. Which is the pretty one? The white one. So he is using that same experiment to break that spirit in his child, that you can't just tell them both are beautiful. You got to tell this child to say that one's the ugly one. And it's not because we genuinely care about light skin, dark skin, the color of your skin, the blonde hair. None of that is the real reason. Is why does that black kid think the white doll is the good doll? That's what you got to understand this. Why? I'm asking y'all. Did someone tell them this doll is the good doll? Go ahead. There you go. Right, give him a hand. You know what I'm saying? It's conditioning, it's programming. You don't notice that you're being programmed like this because it's everywhere. It's on the cartoon. It's on the movie. It's on the advertisements. It's a part of everything that you see, so you can't even detect that you're being programmed to believe this. So to break the programming, you're going to have to consciously make the kid say out loud, this is the pretty doll. The one that looks like me is the beautiful doll, all right? And that leads to internalized racism. So go ahead, let's read. I'm going to read along with you on my phone.
Normalizing internalized racism. A black psychoanalytic perspective. Internalized racism represents a significant psychological burden within marginalized communities,
Right.
particularly among black individuals.
Mm-hmm.
This phenomenon involves the internalization of negative stereotypes and attitudes about one's racial identity,
Right.
leading to detrimental effects on self-esteem, mental health, and community cohesion.
Cohesion. Right.
To understand and address internalized racism,
Mm-hmm.
a black psychoanalytic perspective,
No sweat. No sweat. Uh-huh.
Psychoanalytic perspective offers critical insight that illuminates the psychological mechanisms at play and propose pathways for healing.
Right. So all that is just saying all these different things is like no one is experiencing these things like we are. And there needs to be a pathway out of this damage. If you're not even conscious of it, you're not even aware of it, then you're going to be a victim of it over and over and over again. So let's keep going. Mm-hmm.
Internalized racism occurs when individuals adopt the prejudices and stereotypes perpetrated by the dominant society against their own racial group.
Right. So that sounds like this YN thing for sure. Like you see a young brother walking down the street and you feel like he is going to harm you. You hear a stereotype that black people do this and do that, Latino people do this and do that. You believe it yourself. Go ahead.
Society against their own racial group. This can manifest as self-hate,
Mm-hmm.
feelings of inferiority,
Uh-huh.
and a desire of distance oneself from one's cultural identity.
Right. The Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. The wanting to distance yourself. What does it say? What was the other one? It says self-hatred. You know what I mean? People in the Caribbean bleaching their skin. Sisters going through all manner of things to change and alter themselves, getting these nose jobs. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is to feel beautiful because they hate their natural self. It wasn't until Chris Rock made that movie that sisters started rocking natural hair. Half the time they saying black women, Judite women couldn't grow their hair. The whole damn time it was them damn perms that was taking all the hair out their head. You understand? You know what I mean? Now, they also said the chemicals was going into the brain and doing all manner of evil to them. We didn't be like, man, this what they call it, angry black woman. It might have been them goddamn perms. You understand? The perm is frying your goddamn brain, sis. And they put it in that movie. What's that movie called? Tyrone. They cloned Tyrone. They was all at the perm shop getting brainwashed with whatever that thing was. It's a little bit of truth in all these movies, man. The brothers drinking the beer and eating the chicken. The chicken is destroying. You don't even know what's in it. Popeyes, niggas was having shootouts at Popeyes when they came up with that sandwich. Niggas is dying over chicken sandwiches and then talking about the stereotype of us over chicken. I love Popeyes chicken, but god damn, is it that serious? They putting something in that chicken, man. They can't get that over on me. Go ahead. Give me two. Salaki, go ahead. When you a priest and prophet, the Bible says you can eat poison and not die. If you a priest and prophet, you can eat that chicken and still not kill a brother. But if you ain't in the truth, you might want to stay away from Popeye. Salaki, go ahead, Ak. What'd you say, Ak? I couldn't hear you, though. My fault. I was cutting the brother. What'd you say, Ak? Yeah, it's not. I'm joking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. As long, don't eat the red beans and rice. The red beans and rice has pork in it, though. Don't eat that no more. But everything else that's chicken and all is lawful. If it makes you kill a nigga, please don't go to Popeyes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Stay away. But if you can eat it and follow the laws of God, then by all means. You know what I mean? What you got, Nayak?
Consequences are profound.
Right.
Affecting personal relationships, career, opportunities, and mental health outcomes.
Right.
According to a study by Brown et al.
Yep.
In 2017, internalized racism is linked to increased levels of depression and anxiety among black individuals.
Right. If it's a school shooter and he's white, what do they say? What's the first thing they say he had? Mental illness. Go right. You know what I mean? If white people do anything wrong, they always give them this mental illness pass. But for some reason, the prison is filled up with black and Hispanic people, and no one brings up mental illness. It's just like what they did with crack in the 80s. When it was crack in the 80s, you're a goddamn drug addict, and I need to beat you upside the head and then throw you in prison because you're a filthy, disgusting animal. When Jane gets on opium, though, all of a sudden it becomes a disease. We need to take Jane to the doctor. Jane needs help. Why are you yelling at Jane? Why did you put Jane in handcuffs? They're going to get mad at you. What the hell's wrong with you, pal? Can't you see she needs help, buddy? This is a good white woman right here. It's got to be a reason why she's on drugs and sucking rod for opium. It's not her fault. Didn't you see the economy, pal? But when it's us, like that black bitch, put her in the back of the paddy wagon. Your mama got to go to jail and get beat up. You understand? Your dad got to go to prison because he was on drugs. It's the same thing. We have so much going on with us that we don't even think to ourselves. Like, we shouldn't wait on them to tell us, like, man, maybe that brother got mental illness. Maybe that sister over there, she got mental illness. Maybe before we talk about why she have a OnlyFans and she's a whore and what's the scamming ass niggas at, maybe that sister got mental illness before she made that song. Maybe the girl that's making the OnlyFans been molested, Akio. Akwathian, you understand? Like, maybe that white girl that has OnlyFans has no reason to do it. And she's a real whore. Maybe that white boy that's on drugs is just a drug addict because he's a loser. But this person over here, we should say, hey, 400 years of being taught to hate yourself and love white Jesus may have led to mental illness that will make you kill another nigga that looks like you and join the gang. All right. Nipsey Hussle said the cold part about being a gang member is when you go out to find someone to kill, you're looking for someone that looks just like you, that dressed just like you, that walks just like you, that talks just like you, that went to school to the same places that you went to school, that likes to eat the same food that you like to eat, that listens to the same music that you listen to. You looking for yourself. You hunting yourself. That's the definition of internalized racism. Keep reading now.
The root of internalized racism
Uh-huh.
can be traced back to historical trauma,
Right.
including slavery,
Uh-huh.
segregation,
Right.
systematic discrimination.
Right.
The impact of these experiences is not only historical, but also psychological,
Mm-hmm.
shaping identity and self-perception across generations.
Right.
Frank Fanon, a seminal figure in black psychoanalysis, argued the colonialism
Colonialism? Is that- Right, right. No, that's why.
instilled a sense of inferiority
Right.
in the oppressed, leading to psychological distress and fractured identity.
Right.
This dislocation of identity contributes to the normalization of internalized racism.
All right, we're gonna stop that. Let's go down a little bit further. Skip down. Let me see. Go to the role of the mirror, and we're gonna run through this real quick. We're almost done from this part.
The role of the mirror.
Uh-huh.
The concept of the mirror is central to understanding identity formation.
Mm-hmm.
According to Lacanian theory,
Mm-hmm.
individuals develop their sense of self through reflections from others.
Like, this is important. They call this like the mirror. When you look in the mirror, what you see is your concept of yourself. Now, if you went to the circus and you look at them distorted mirrors and it make you tall or make you fatter, imagine if every time you went to the mirror and all you saw was a fatter version of yourself, you would begin to think that's really who you are. And you're not that. You actually are a different version. You know what I'm saying? When you go and look at the news or you look at a movie and every character acts like this, acts like that as an exaggerated form of what a black person to be, the 90s were good for that. Like, even, man, we was talking about that movie Step Brothers. They said, like, boats and hoes. Some there's boats and hoes. That's like modern day blackface, and we don't even know it. They playing in your face, and you don't even know it. Imagine if they just put blackface on and it was boats and hoes. That's making funny. Why is it funny? Because it's white people acting like niggas. That's the joke. You the joke. But that's not even who we really are. That's who they created. This whole concept of just being a nigga bragging about a boat and hoes, because that's what they want us to see ourselves as. So you start to act like that. If every time you see yourself in a movie, this is your role, then you start to live like that in reality. Keep going. Mm-hmm.
For black individuals,
Right.
the societal mirror often reflects distorted images, reinforcing negative stereotypes and contributing to internalized racism.
Right.
This process can lead to a profound disconnection from one's cultural identity, resulting in feelings of shame and inadequacy.
Right. So you go around the community, you see us living in struggling in poverty. Then you go on TV and you see it, and you almost blot out all the successful black people that you know. You almost forget that there are people that have common sense and not trying to rob you, not trying to steal from you, just trying to go to work. You almost don't even see successful black and Hispanic people. Your mind gets only focused and zeroed on the ones that are living negative, not realizing this is a part of the system, right? Keep going. Let's go. Uh-huh.
Collective healing.
Right.
Addressing internalized racism requires a collective approach.
A desire requires what?
A collective that emphasizes healing and empowerment.
Right. So this is the key, and this is what's we're gonna start bringing these precepts out and then finish this class. Like the key to getting out of this is us coming together. It has to be a collective approach. You can't just do this at the house and fix internalized racism by your goddamn self. You can't do that. You understand? Keep going.
So, Black psychoanalysts advocate for the creation of safe spaces where individuals can explore their racial identity and share their experience.
Right. So now this is why when we say the Israelite School of UPK is the home of the truth, and we have the answers to fix blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, this is what this means. Psychoanalysts, people that went to school, read this part again from the top. One more time. Addressing internalized racism. How you fix this problem with us? You want to fix what's going on in Oakland? You want to fix what's going on in Compton, Harlem, Miami, Chicago? Read it.
Internalized racism requires a collective approach that emphasizes healing and empowerment.
You want to empower black people. You want to help us heal. You got to say that you are the greatest people on the planet Earth. We just read Deuteronomy 7:6 says you are a special people above all people on the face of the earth. You feel it when you walk out the door. Can't nobody walk like me, talk like me, dress like me, but it don't add up because everybody poor that looks like you. You start to hate people that look like you because you say, damn, where white people live at, it's peaceful. It's heaven on earth. Where I live at, niggas ain't shit. These black women ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality that you see. All of us in prison, all of us doing it, all of us doing that. So guess what? I don't even want to be black no more. You understand? Let me get away from being black. We the only people that success means stop being black. Being an Indian success means being Indian and proud and representing for your people. I have to represent for my people. When I get married, when Indian people get married, what do they dress like? Their culture, their roots. When they make money, where do they send it back to? Their people. What are they trying to do? Build up East India once they become successful in America. What do Nigerians try to do? I have to give my money to my people. Send it back home. Don't spend with you niggas. The Akata. Akata. Huh? Give our money to Akata. Why? Why? So you can get drugged and get high. They don't want to do that. They send it to their people. White people send it to their people. When we become successful, I'm getting the hell up out of here. What'd he say? He said, if I ever get money, I will never leave the hood. I got my check and I was gone. Off to the suburbs I go. Bye-bye. You understand? Success is not being black anymore. That's what we think is being successful. Go ahead.
Black psychoanalysts advocate for the creation of safe spaces
Right.
where individuals can explore their racial identity.
Yeah, this is us in here exploring our racial identity as Hebrew Israelites. Learning about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Learning about our race and our history. Go ahead.
And share their experience.
This is a safe place. We can say the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. You say that at your job, you might lose your job, right? Hey, Jamal, you're 2 minutes late. I'm going to need you to tighten up, buddy. You're the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of, sir. Yeah, you're out of here. Write him up. I knew this nigga was up to something. You gone. He might call security and report you for a hate crime. He said that I am the devil the Bible speaks of, and I am the evil white man, and my pronouns are she, her. Get this nigger out of here. You understand? They'll reverse it on you and turn themselves into the victim. But here, we can say it. We in a safe place, Akim. You can say it. Go ahead and say it one time, Ak. Give him a hand. You know what I'm saying? You safe in here. You know what I'm saying? To express your pain and suffering. That's why they give that to women, right? A women's group where they can talk about them being abused and say these men ain't this and that. They want to go to a safe place so that they can express their frustration, anger, pain, and suffering without being judged over it. You need that to heal from these things. Keep going.
Community healing service. Participants can engage in dialogue,
Uh-huh.
allowing for the normalization of their feelings
Uh-huh.
and fostering a sense of solidarity.
Right. You don't have to hide how you feel, and we can come together and be solid with each other. Keep going.
This process not only alleviates
Uh-huh.
individual suffering, but also strengthens community bonds.
Right. It takes that stress off you. You realize I'm not crazy. I'm not out my mind. When I go to work and this person doing this, what they call microaggression and all these other things, new words they come up with, you like, damn, I'm not tripping. That happened to you too. They did it to you too, huh? He was being passive aggressive to you, and then you was like yelled at them, and then they wrote you up. Somebody over here did something in the store, and they following you around, and then you be like, what the hell's wrong with you? And they're like, yeah, see, there goes another one. They're always yelling. They're always mad. Why are you so? Calm down. They do these things to you, rile you up, and then now you become the one that's something wrong with. And you start to say, okay, you had that happen to you too, and you had that too, and the police pulled you. Every time I go to Concord, they pull me over if I'm out past 10 o'clock at night. If I'm driving around in Palo Alto at this time, the police are going to pull me over. Okay, that happened to you too? All right, damn. Well, that makes me say, you know what? These people do hate us, and that makes it easier for me to love you more. You understand? It fosters community strength. Go ahead, keep reading. Uh-huh.
To combat internalized racism, several strategies can be employed.
Now, if this don't sound like the program of the UPK, I don't know what else does. Go ahead.
Education and awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Increasing awareness about the psychological effects of racism and the dynamics of internalized racism is crucial.
It's important. Keep going.
Educational programs that discuss the history of racism and its impact on identity can empower individuals to challenge negative self-perception.
That's called Blackwash that Commander Junior Hunter has every week. That's what this is. It's education and awareness. That's what class is. That's what scripture breakdown. That's what we doing. We educating people and making them aware about racism, making them aware about the psychological effects, making people understand and discuss the history and the impact that it has to empower you, all right, to challenge these negative things that you have about yourself. Go ahead, number 2.
2, culturally relevant therapeutic approach.
Uh-huh.
Mental health service.
Uh-huh.
Mental health service
All right.
should be culturally competent
Uh-huh.
and informed by Black psychological
By what?
principles.
Uh-huh.
Therapists trained in these approaches can better understand the
New. Uh-huh.
of internalized racism and support clients in reclaiming their identity.
What does this mean? Why is this important? What are they trying to say here? Put it in basic, regular terms, how we talk. It says culturally relevant therapeutic approaches. Mental health services should be culturally competent and informed by Black psychoanalytical principles. Therapists trained in these approaches can better understand the nuances of internalized racism and support their clients basically in healing. What does that mean, Doc? Okay, give them a hand. That's the right answer. But why? What does it mean by saying, why does it say it has to be done this specific way? Go ahead, young man. Right? Give that brother a hand. You know what I mean? In what ways? And y'all being accurate in what way?
Understanding
Uh-huh.
what you control as you want.
Okay, you all right. Get a brother a hand too. But what is it saying, I guess, opposite of the, go ahead. Let me see if you see what I mean. What's the, mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly. Because the white professional doesn't know what you're talking about. The white professional can't understand how to fix your damn problem when you come in there and say that this is going on in my life and I'm stressed out about this and this is going on. They'd be like, well, yeah, your mother, it's her fault. That's the script they got. Everything it's your mom, pretty much. Let's get you a couple Xanax, give you a couple this and that, and be on your way. They're not going to say, the reason why you're stressed out is because of me. It's because my father stole all your goddamn money. It's because our people are raping your people. They're never going to tell you that. The reason why you keep getting high is because the police are the devil the Bible speaks of. The reason why you keep doing this thing and you about to beat your wife is because you're under a system of oppression and white supremacy. They're not going to tell you that. So how the hell can they fix your problem when they're not even giving you an accurate analysis of what's wrong with you? Like, I'm going to keep it 1,000 with y'all in here. Like, man, my mother had problems with alcohol and alcoholism. You understand? And she went on that whole AA thing and got chips and chips and chips. Y'all know about them little chips? And I accept the things that I cannot change and the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And here's a chip, and clap it up for you admit you are an alcoholic. She taking me to these meetings. I'm 12 years old. She done stacked up chips. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year, 10 year. And all of those times, she had a well-paying job, making $100,000 in 2006, 2007. Guess what? They fired her and laid her off. We got more people in India that can do your job now. Bye-bye. What did you think she started doing? Take a guess. Who's a genius in here? What did she start doing? All right, yeah, this brother is highly intelligent. I wonder. Who can figure that out? She started drinking again. And then when she goes to the doctor and tells him, I think I'm depressed. I'm the only one looking like, Ma, you ain't depressed, you're poor. you stressed out about your goddamn rent. You need some money, Mom. And this is why you mad right now, and that's why it's causing you to drink. You don't have this big old addiction thing that they keep telling you and all that. You're effing poor. You understand? And that's the difference between General Hyman's counsel and this therapist that went to Stanford and Harvard that's white. They're not going to tell you the truth that the majority of your freaking problems are tied to their oppressing you and your group. You understand? Keep going.
Community building. Creating spaces for black individuals to come together,
Uh-huh.
share their stories,
Right.
and celebrate their cultural heritage.
Don't this sound like Passover? A space where black people can come together. It sounds like a feast day, a high holy day, celebrate their cultural heritage, and can foster resilience. When we say the Lord brought us out of Egypt, out of slavery and captivity, just like we are right now, just like you in right now, they did us in ancient Egypt. Well, we got delivered from that. That's resilience. Don't stop fighting. Fight more. Don't do what they want you to do. Go against what they want you to do. Don't be a victim of this place. Fight back. All right? Keep reading.
Engaging in cultural activities.
Uh-huh.
Community service.
In community what?
Community service.
Desires you can have a food program? Give Karayala a hand. You understand? Give all the sisters, give this sister a hand, bro. You understand? Precious. And all the sisters that come out and give out food. Mawakan's rib. You understand? Kakamama's rib. Any sister that ever helped our food program. You know what I'm saying? The Yaks rib. Anybody that's helped assisted us do this work of the Lord. All y'all brothers in here have done this. Community service. Do we have a clothing program? Give yourselves a hand. You understand? Do we have a prison program? You know what I mean? All of us from the Yak and Lahab and Captain Zakar reaching out to these brothers in prison. These things that we do, community service, read.
Reconnect with their identity.
Right.
Combat
Yeah, you feel like you can't do nothing. They keep telling us black people can't do nothing. Well, don't you feel accomplished when we said we took our $5 and your $5 and your $10 and my $20? We didn't get $1 million a deal, but we can feed these people, and I don't see Steph Curry out here in the mission. If I was Steph Curry, the mission would be a whole lot better. You understand? Like, I remember specifically hearing about Kyrie Irving and how many pounds of food he gave out. And I remember a month before I saw that Captain DeGaulle in St. Louis gave out like 10 times the amount of food. They were giving Kyrie Irving credit for the amount of food that he gave, out, which was amazing. Shout out to him. But Captain DeGaugabar in St. Louis in the Midwest gave out way more food than him. And Kyrie Irving makes $30 million a year. You understand? Like, we able to do things and accomplish things with the little that we have and get pride in ourselves because we love our people. And that makes us love them even more. And guess what it does for the people that we feed? It makes them love us more. And that makes us have more self-respect for ourselves. You understand? Keep going.
Advocating for systemic change that addresses the root cause of racism.
What's that called? That's called camp. We advocate every week for the system to change and address the root causes of racism. That's essential, all right? By challenging policies and practices that perpetuate inequality amongst individuals can work toward a more just society. Read the conclusion. We're going to go to the precepts, and I'll let y'all up out of here.
Conclusion. Normalizing discussion about internalized racism is critical for healing and empowerment in Black communities.
Right. I remember when my grandmother used to tell me stories in our backyard. She had white neighbors, and she used to tell me about how the KKK pulled my grandfather out the house. And she'd be like, yeah, the white people, and they did this, and they look at you this way. I'm like, grandmother, why are you whispering? You understand? She didn't want them to hear us talk about how much she hated them for what they did to us. You understand? You got to normalize it. You understand? Like when the UPK was coming out in the 60s, the 70s, and 80s, it wasn't normal for people to say things like this. You start to scroll on Instagram and Facebook, you start to see more and more and more people say the same things that we say because it's become normalized. They're starting to understand. The veil has been taken off and people are starting to see what's really going on. This is not just a one-off situation. This is a isolated racist person in Mississippi that did this. We starting to see that there's more of a system going on here. And if it's a system, then we gonna have to come together. Like, who did that interview recently when we had the Juneteenth? Somebody asked, I think they asked the sister, what did he say? He said, what did she say? Damn, it slipped in my mind. She said what we say, though. Basically, they asked her, like, do you think, that was one question that was going on, like, do you think that black people are free? I might have been other brothers in other zones. They asking, like, do you think black people are free in 20? Like, nah, I don't think so. Why do you say that? Yeah, that ain't fair. It ain't equal. We don't got the same, like, and when white people watch it, they be like, oh, see, there they go again, playing the victim. There they go again, blaming us. Pick yourself up by the bootstrap. Nah, you ain't going to pull that on us no more. We got plenty of evidence that proves that y'all are working against us and this is not right. All right? Now, inside of that, of course, yeah, we're not going to give up once again. This is the step to healing. The reason why that kid is frozen in Oakland and don't know what to do, because he didn't go through these steps first. Now you go through these steps. Now we can hold this brother accountable. All right, Doc, you know this, you know that, you know that. That's why you raise your child. That's why you don't leave your woman. That's why you don't sell drugs, because the white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. He is your enemy. He is your op. You don't like the Bloods, so you going to go mess with the Bloods? You going to kick it with them? Oh, hell no, they don't mess with them. You mess with Case? I don't mess with Case. I'm stubby. I'm do this till I die, nigga. Oh, my mama, nigga. I ain't messing with them niggas. Okay, guess what? You got a new op, a bigger op. It's called the police and COINTELPRO. And these are all white people that hate you. You gonna do what they do? Nah, hell no, nigga. I don't celebrate Christmas, nigga, on my mama, nigga. I don't mess with them. You want to celebrate birthdays, nigga? Hell no, I don't do birthdays. The ops do birthdays. You know what I'm saying? I ain't messing with nothing that they do. I don't want to eat no pork. I don't want to smoke no cigarettes. I don't do no weeds, because I ain't effing with them suckers. You effing with them suckers, you ducking with them suckers. You the ops now because you messing with them. You doing what they do. You acting white. We don't want nobody over here that's acting like that. You dressing like them, nigga, fuck out of here. You talking like, man, move around. You the snitch. You feel me? I ain't rocking with you. You have put a line in the sand. You understand? You have a different op. It's not him. But you can't tell him to stop fighting him because he's a soldier. He's born to be a soldier. He's made to fight. We hate YNs because we don't understand that every race needs soldiers. They're just fighting the wrong fight. The YN is not your enemy. He's your protection. Tell me if I'm right or I'm wrong, man. I saw a video of a white man go into a Walmart and he was completely naked. Or no, he pulled his pants down, started shaking his micro penis. Y'all seen that one? Hopefully you didn't, but it came on my tongue. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, anybody else seen this? Am I tripping? Y'all make me want to show the video right now. The white man was at the door. You know how you walk out of Walmart? You know, they got the little take your stuff back. And then they got the little Indian guy that's trying to check your receipt. Right in that little area is a white boy that just pulled his pants down. And a black woman said, oh, hell no. It's kids in here. Who's the first person that fired on him? A YN. And who helped him kick him in the head? Another YN. Another nigga with a little mask on and a little hoodie and the things that we be like. The YN started whooping his ass and kicked him out the store. Because that's their job. To be a soldier, to protect the community. The only reason why they're a problem is because they think their protection is this big. It's this block right here. And it's the niggas that I love. But once you expand their mind and see that this is the real odds and this is the community, they are valuable and amazing men. You understand? We need those brothers. And that's our job in the UPK, is to find them and show them a place to go to put that energy in the right way. All right? Anything else on that one? I think that's it on that, right? We got a little bit more. We ain't got to read the whole thing. I think that last little part. Okay.
Utilizing a black psychoanalytic framework, we can better understand the psychological mechanism at play and develop strategies to address pervasive issues.
Right. So yeah, one thing I think it reiterates everything we already said. And so yeah, we developed a strategy. Or as a matter of fact, Salaki, let me cut our pride down, humble ourselves. We did not create a strategy. We found a strategy. You understand? This strategy been here the whole time. It's been on your grandma's desk catching dust. You understand? It's been catching dust. When the answer was right there the whole time, it's got a program to show men how to be soldiers and who to fight. So let's go through these precepts real quick. Let's go to Matthew 29 or 22 and 36 real quick. Yeah, that's what I want. No, it's 9:13. Y'all bear with me. Like Barakatah Yahweh Wa Yahweh Shai for the ISUBK and the Command Jehana, man. Like, if I see why people think there's something wrong with us because we say that constantly and we talk about Command Jehana. Once again, I'm not going to stop talking about Command Jehana because I know what the other options were for me. I know the other life that was built for me, that was constructed for me. And I've seen both sides. I ain't going to act like I just seen all bad. Like, I've been to college. I've got a degree. I've seen doctors. I've seen lawyers. I got family that's highly successful, and none of them niggas could help me. You understand? None of them niggas could help me. You got all this information. You got all this book. You got all this knowledge, but you couldn't save me from myself and from society. So what good is it? You understand? All the money in the world couldn't fix these things. But this truth, the ISUBK, not only helped me, but it helped brothers just like me. And the ones that everyone says is what's wrong with the world is a young black male. That brother that's going to go kill somebody, 1350, y'all was always talking about 13% of the population killing 50% of the people. You have the most problems, everyone looks down on you. You understand? The school system, the police system, the child support system, the women, everything is saying you are the problem. But no one is saying, how do you fix the problem? You understand? So where do we go? We come here. Commander Johanna had the goddamn Sway, you ain't got the answers. Commander Johanna had the answers. You understand? Go ahead, read. Yeah, go ahead. Uh-huh.
22, verse 36.
Uh-huh.
Master, which is the great commandment
Right.
in the law?
Uh-huh.
How shall I stand unto him?
Right.
Thou shalt love the Lord thy God
Uh-huh.
with all thy heart,
Right.
and with all thy soul,
Right.
and with all thy mind.
Right.
Yes. This is the first and great commandment.
Mm-hmm.
God. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Thou shalt do what?
Love thy neighbor as thyself.
Like, once again, knowing the program, Christ said what? To heal the sick, visit those in prison, clothe the naked. If you follow Christ's program, you're going to have to go help a young black man. You understand? When I go to the Tenderloin, it's mainly black men out there. So, once again, if Christ is talking to anybody, this precept hit different when it's talking to Martha Stewart. Read it again, we talking to Martha Stewart. Read this and you talking to Martha Stewart. A white woman, a billionaire white woman that has everything. Read the last part. Uh-huh. The second, yeah, the second. Yep.
And the second is like unto it.
Right.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor
Right.
as thyself.
If Martha Stewart loved her neighbor as she loved herself, next door is another billionaire. That don't mean nothing to Martha Stewart to love her neighbor as she loved herself. That means everything to a nigga from Case that was about to go kill somebody from Stubby. That means everything to Lil Durk before he goes and tries to kill Lil Tim. Or King Von versus this and that. And this and that. And that brother, like MS-13 needs this verse. MS-13 needs this verse. Tom Hanks don't need this verse. You understand? That black woman that's about to put her baby father on child support, she need that verse. Name some other rich white people. I can't think of them. I don't even know anymore. But they don't need it. Slack it. All right, go to Matthew chapter 9 real quick. It changed the whole book. Like the whole purpose of the book becomes different when you realize this book was made to help the worst people that need the most help, not the rich people. We're going to go to that verse right here. Matthew 9. Let me see what I want. Go to Matthew 9 in verse, I'll say 9. Give a little context. This is all in different. Yep. Right. These lights right here.
And as Yahushua passed forth from this,
Right.
he saw a man named Matthew
Right.
sitting at the receipt of custom. And he said unto him, follow me.
Mm-hmm.
And he arose and followed.
That's like I said, this really ain't in context. I just love that verse. You know what I mean? Like he just came and told him, like, follow me. He said, Khan wa Khan. Let's go. All right, go ahead.
Verse 10. Came to pass, as Yahushua stepped at meat in the house, behold, many publicans and sinners
And what? Uh-huh.
came and sat down with him
Right.
and his disciples.
Yeah, Christ is up here chopping it up with the dope boys. Christ in there eating and breaking bread and having food and chicken and fish with the drug dealers, with the pimps, you understand, with the gang members of these times. Read.
Verse 11. And when the Pharisees saw it,
Mm-hmm.
they said unto his disciples,
Right.
why eat your master with publicans?
Right. Like, why are you over here eating with these niggas? You shouldn't be talking to them. You shouldn't be associating with them. It's not a good look for a man of the Lord to be around this type of people. Keep going.
But when Yahushua, verse 12, but when Yahushua heard that,
Right.
he said unto them,
Right.
they that be whole
Mm-hmm.
need not a physician,
They that be whole need not a physician. Martha Stewart does not need a physician. These people that are rich and wealthy don't need help. Read. Uh-huh. So Christ, who is the physician? Yahushua. He's showing you the program. His mission was to come in the battle, in the war, in all these things going on in our community. Stop these niggas from going in and out of jail. Help that brother. Fix that problem. Those are the ones that are sick. Keep going. They don't even understand what it means. Keep going.
I will have mercy and not sacrifice.
Right.
For I am not come to call the righteous, but sinners and sinners to repentance.
Right. So once again, that's what this book is about. That's what this Bible is about. The whole story is coming and fixing the ones at the bottom and changing their life around. You know what I mean? So let's drop that. Go to James 4 and 7. We might start running through some in these last 2 minutes then, man. Last 5 minutes.
The book of James, chapter 4, verse 7.
Mm-hmm.
Submit yourselves, therefore, to Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
Resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
Right.
Hey, draw nigh to Yahweh, and he will draw nigh to you.
Right. That's a beautiful precept. Like, you got to resist the devil. We say the white man's the devil. You got to resist his culture, his ways, his personality. And if you do that, then the Lord will come and meet you in the middle. You understand? You'll start finding ways to survive and make it without. You thought I had to hit the block. Biggie Small says, shout out to them ladies that was calling the cops on me when I was just trying to feed my daughter. Nigga, you do not have to sell crack to buy diapers. I'm telling you. We proven it here in the UPK. But unless you have brotherhood, then maybe you did. Maybe you had a valid reason because you couldn't get the job and no one's helping you, because when you try to get help, the niggas try to steal from you, rob you, kill you, and abuse your woman. You don't want to, there's nowhere to go. But if you got a brotherhood, Oakland, Sacramento, LA, Texas, New York, goddamn Trinidad, ISUBK got schools in, and you need diapers, you're gonna have diapers, Ak. You have no reason to sell crack or scam or fraud or do anything illegal to get diapers because you have brotherhood. Christ set a program up so that we can take care of each other to help us turn away from the things that we were doing. You understand? All right, drop that one. Give me Philippians chapter, no, that's where we at, right? No. Philippians chapter 2, verse 3 and 4. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'm going to let y'all get it together. Last 2 ones, Salakia. Mm-hmm.
In the book of Philippians, chapter 3, verse 4. Though I might also have confidence in the flesh. If any other man thinketh that he hath whereof he might trust in the flesh, I more. Verse 5. Circumcised the 8th day.
Hold on. Let me get there with you. Read it again from the top. Philippians 2 and verse 3. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, start at verse 4. Mm-hmm.
The book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 4.
Right.
Look not every man on his own thing, but every man also on the things of others.
My fault. 2 and 2. My fault if I said something wrong.
Book of
Philippians
Uh-huh.
chapter 2, verse 2.
Right.
Fulfill ye my joy,
Right.
that ye be like-minded.
Like the Christian church, it makes this sound so goddamn gay. I ain't gonna lie. The way they read the Bible and they make the Bible gay. It's like, feel my joy, brother. Read it again like the yacht nice and strong, you know what I'm saying?
Philippians chapter 2, verse 2.
Right.
Fulfill ye my joy,
Uh-huh.
that ye be like-minded,
Right.
having the same love,
Right.
being of one accord, of my one mind.
Imagine that old black man in the 80s. They had a gang of movies about some old black man trying to fix a school. Lean on me. You want to smoke crack, don't you? You smoke crack. It's killing your brain cell. Y'all too young to know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know it's killing your brain cells, son. It's some. They had the other one. They had that Coolio song, and the kids was in the school acting bad and spray painting and doing all manner of evil in the class. You got one teacher trying to fix the whole goddamn community from falling apart. He like the father of everybody. Like if you read this in that context of that nigga, that these cats was getting guns to go kill these cats tomorrow, and they didn't, read the verse again instead of thinking about Martha Stewart and having joy in one mind with her yoga friends. That's not what this is talking about. Read it again.
Philippians chapter 2, verse 2. Fulfill ye my joy.
You will make that old black man joyous to see them brothers put them guns down. Read.
Ye be like-minded.
You be like-minded, not separated. You're not from that hood. You're not from that hood. Y'all brothers again. Keep going.
Have the same love,
Have the same love. Read.
being on one accord,
Being on one accord. Go ahead.
one mind.
One mind, man. Together. Solid. Unity. Brotherhood. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory,
You don't got to keep catching the fade and then catch me outside and then go to the back. We're going to run it. You get in a disagreement. You don't got to do all that. Keep going. Strife.
but in lowliness
Uh-huh.
of mind.
Right.
Let each esteem other better than themselves.
Yeah, lowliness. Be humble, man. Nah, sweat. You got it, brother. Go ahead. Most High in Christ. If I may. Salakia, sir. Can I do that? Khan out of one Khan. That's brotherhood, how we talk to each other. We humble around each other. That's how you want to move. That's how the brotherhood grows. Keep going.
Verse 4. Look not every man on his own thing.
The America teaches you to worry about your own things. I got to get it. I got to do that. Sister, why you got an OnlyFans? You ain't paying my bills, nigga. I don't care what you think. How many women say that all the time? If she ain't paying, my mama ain't paying I don't care what you think. You should care what other people think. When it comes to disrespecting the Lord, read that verse again.
Verse 4.
Uh-huh.
Look not every man on his own
I got to get money out here. I got to do it. It's just me by myself. Go ahead. Now, don't care about your own things. Keep going.
but every man also on the things of others.
Yeah, you should care about what other people need, what other people want. Your life shouldn't just be about getting things me, I. This. That's the spirit of the white man. That's their culture. Once you see them at the ops, you're going to do the opposite. And you're going to have more brotherhood for your people. They call the business world is a cutthroat world. Don't they call it that? You want to make it in America and be in business, you got to be able to backstab your best friend in order to make billions of dollars. That's why they hate LeBron James. Now, I know he ain't in the truth, but he tried to bring his crew with him and his brothers that he grew up with and give them some money and help them out. White people hate to see that. They love a Michael Jordan to just cut everybody off and just backdoor and whatever, everybody, P. Diddy. Give him all the money. Jay-Z, he gonna cut off his mama's foot to make $1. That's the type of nigga that we want. But here in the UPK, we not selling out. Commander Jane Hanna's not selling out to make $1 to change what we teach. You understand? We need people that care about each other more than themselves, all right? Drop that. Give me that last one. Give me John 8:44. We're going to leave on a good note, man. Like, We'll find a good one for y'all, man. Go. What'd you say? Con. Yep.
The book of John, chapter 8, verse 44.
Right.
Ye are of your father, the devil.
Yeah. When you act like the oppressor, you are just like the oppressor. Keep going.
And the lust of your father ye will do.
Right. We think we're the best gang members. We think we're the best gangsters. We think that we're the real drug dealers. You think the cartel is doing something. The cartel is small fries to the U.S. government. Young Jeezy is not the king of the trap house. Donald Trump is. You understand? The White House is the real trap house. Ronald Reagan moved all of the dope. And what's the best part about his dope story? He got away with it. Even El Chapo got arrested. Even Pablo Escobar went down. All the big drug dealers from your neighborhood went to prison. Ronald Reagan went to sleep at his home and has buildings named after him and airports and gets honored because he is the real drug dealer. You understand? When you act like these gang members, gangsters and all that, who did the first drive-by, you know? Who invented the drive-by? You know. Which white man, though? That's a default answer for sure. Can't go wrong with that one. He's just, yeah, the Italians. Which one? Al Capone and his crew. The Tommy gun. They was going out and doing drive-bys in the 30s. You know what I'm saying? But then when we find it, we doing it in the 80s, it's 50 years later, we become the face of drive-bys. You understand? Like being that is really following their culture. Keep reading.
He was a murderer from the beginning.
Uh-huh.
And abode not in the truth.
Right.
Because there is no truth in him.
Uh-huh.
When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own.
Right. That's what their whole system is based on, is lies. You are the criminal. You are the bad guy. You are the murderer. It takes away the light from the real bad guy, from the real murderer, from the real criminal. And once we take that veil off and see, then we start to say, okay, this is the game. The only way we can play is like this. We're not going to beat themselves at their own game. We thought we could become Murder Inc. That's John, what's his name? Irv Gotti, Ja Rule. Their record label was called Murder Inc. And they got kicked in the door by the feds. But y'all know there was a Murder Inc. that came before them that was like an Italian mob or something, a Jewish mob or something that they named themselves after. We tried to be mafia members in Big Meech's Black Mafia family, and you do 30 years in prison. It don't work. The Italian mafia, they become lawyers and doctors and buy property. You understand? Like, we can't beat them at their own game, try to make money and fix the black community. We been had money. We have to have a moral revolution. That's the most powerful thing that we can do to fight against our oppressor, is changing our lives and how we relate to each other. Following the law, statutes, and commandments is the most powerful revolutionary thing you can do, right? As black and Hispanics. So, anything else on that one? I think that's it.
For he is a lie.
Right.
Father of.
Right. Give me Matthew chapter 13, verse 17. That's the last one. We out.
The book of Matthew, chapter 13, verse 17.
Uh-huh.
For verily I say unto you,
Right.
that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things.
This is the good news. This is the gospel. The things that y'all see. Read it again from the top one more time. Uh-huh. Right.
Many prophets and righteous men have desired to see
see those things.
The things that we witnessing here is a miracle. And y'all can't really understand it. The more and more you start to see this, that if we could say certain things, it would damn near be dry snitching. If I tell you, this brother out here, we at camp, the brother out here blazing on the mic. We like, this nigga is amazing. I tell you, you know he is a killer, right? You know this nigga done killed somebody, right? And he's reading the Bible right now and breaking down the Bible. He's calling out verses and teaching the Bible. That never happens. This never happens. You go to the Christian church, who's reading the Bible? A homosexual. I'm delivered. He fanning. He got the fan just like they snapping fans and doing line dances with the sisters. That pastor ain't helped nan nigga that Christ came to die for. He helping niggas that Christ came to kill. If anything. What are we talking about? You watching miracles in the UBK. You understand? Like, this is what this is about. Many have prophesied and desired to see these things. Read it again. Uh-huh. Right.
And righteous men have desired to see those things.
Man, one of the most, and I try, you know what I mean? One of the most amazing and beautiful things I've seen in the UPK is one of the best moments I had here as a priest and prophet of the Lord was an event that we went to or a class that we had in the Pacific Northwest. And a sister was there getting her name, and the brother about to raise her up and been counseling her. And he was like, sis, can I tell your story as I give your name? Is it okay if I tell everybody here? And she said, yeah, Con, sir. Con on one, Con, sir. Go ahead and tell him. He's like, yeah, this sister called me, you understand, at a certain time, and she was at a low point in her life. And she said, you know what I mean? I saw the number at ISUBK, and I called to get help and get counsel because I'm ready to have an abortion. I'm ready to kill my child. That's what I want to do. Is what my mama says I should do. This is what this person says I should do. That I don't have any way to survive or do anything with money. And the father went to prison. Oh, whatever the whole story is. Not exact what I'm saying, but you know what I mean? All the reasons that the average woman would want to kill their baby. She was like, that's what I wanted to do. And then you picked up the phone and I got counsel and I did not do it. And the child is running around here making noise just like all the other kids in the back. And we see that, and you know what I'm saying? We clapped it up. She said, if it wasn't for the ISUBK, this girl wouldn't be in the room with us right now. You understand? Like, that's a miracle. That child's life would have not been here if she went to the Christian church, if she went somewhere else. You understand? Read it again one more time, and we're going to finish out. Slack it. Right? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Imagine how Jeremiah finds out that black women, his sisters, his descendants are number one in abortions. Imagine how Isaiah feels when he finds out that black men are number one in gang violence against each other. They didn't desire to see that day. They didn't desire to see the Tenderloin. They didn't desire to see East Oakland. They didn't desire to see the prison system filled with their family members. They desire to see them come out of that. They desire to see them to stop living like that. They desire to see their children and their women not have abortions, but have everlasting life. You understand? Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Right. We get to see these things. And Isaiah didn't get to see these things. Go ahead. Right. Uh-huh. Yeah, they wanted to hear these things and start to see the empire that's destroying them fall at the fabric like we see every day on CNN right now. The people that have been oppressing them since the days of Rome are falling right now. We are walking in the times that they wanted to see. Go ahead. Uh-huh. Right. Right. No, so like we're going to end it on that, man. But once again, like, don't take these things for granted. You know what I mean? No one is here for no reason. We got a hell of amazing work to do. I salute all you brothers all you sisters that have supported the work that we do here in the UPK, and we're gonna keep doing more work. Y'all brothers is amazing, man. I wouldn't want to go to war with anybody else than y'all, man. So we're gonna keep doing this, you know what I'm saying? The water to y'all service, the water as well to the sisters. And let's go ahead, close this out. Shalom, y'all, Bashim Yahshua, thumb, Yahweh Shemar, thumb, Bashim Yahshua. The water.